The story of materials is really the story of civilization. Our clothes, our cities, cars, and things are all made of materials. The materials we use and how well we're able to transform them define our advancement as a society. Think back through history. We used to make our villages from stone. Eventually we learned to make iron and steel, allowing for bridges, railways, steam engines, and skyscrapers. Now we're in the silicon age, and because of the silicon chip, we have our revolutionary computers. Because of engineering, we have plastics, materials you can put into your body, and composites. Some researchers at MIT were even able to program this carbon fiber composite and make it morph itself. Here you can see the 3D printing of a real tiny battery. We're able to make all this cool stuff, and it should be clear to you that we're at the height of material advancement. But all this material consumption has big consequences for global warming. Making materials contributes to global warming approximately as much as transportation. Every time we want to make a new material, we have to dig deep into the earth, destroying habitats and creating harmful waste. Plus, taking the raw material from Earth and turning it into something like metal is extremely energy intensive. When a star exploded billions of years ago, Earth was formed, as well as all of the metals on Earth. The metals on Earth that we have today are all that we're going to get. Some metals are very scarce within the Earth's crust, but we've started using them a lot in our electronics and other technology applications. These metals are called critical metals, and they're in all of your cell phones, TVs, and computers. We all get a new cell phone every 1 or 2 years, which means we as a world have been throwing away a lot of cell phones and all of the critical metals inside. We need to start recycling so that we don't run out of these critical metals. It's clear that recycling is crucial right now, but it's also very difficult. When you throw stuff away, it all gets mixed together, but you need to sort it out again so that you can melt it down and make something new. Sorting through trash takes work, and how we separate is based off of a difference in properties. We can use a shaking table to shake away all of the light trash and leave behind the heavy pieces. We can use a magnet to attract up all of the magnetic metals. Sometimes a computer will scan a line of trash and use a puff of air to eliminate the unwanted pieces. We can also use an eddy current to repel away the aluminum metal. Once everything is sorted, it can be very hard to get all of those unwanted impurities out, and those impurities can really degrade the properties of the product. Impurities often make things lose their strength and make them more brittle. For example, if iron is added to aluminum, it can be very difficult to get out, and it really makes aluminum less strong and more rusty. Metals are mixed together in very exact proportions, and if those proportions are off, and that often happens when we recycle, the properties really get messed up. That's why downcycling often occurs. There's a lot that we as engineers can do to improve recycling. The balance on Earth is very fragile, and we need to make sure we conserve our materials and recycle them wisely, so that we can keep making cool stuff and continue to live in harmony with Earth.